Dear students, in this class, let us learn about two types of pollution, noise pollution and radiation pollution. Noise pollution means pollution of the environment with unpleasant and undesirable sound, leading to adverse effects in all humans. Noise is a pollutant which is as harmful to humans and animals as any other pollutant. The important sources of noise pollution are industries, factories and machinery, vehicles such as trains, buses, cars, scooters, etc., loudspeakers and audio systems used in celebrations and religious places, domestic appliances like grinders, mixies, vacuum cleaners, etc., various construction works, and sirens from factories. That is, noise pollution is growing day by day due to population explosion, urbanization, and industrialization. Loudness is measured in decibels, and noise in a living room can be about 40 decibels, and normal speech would be about 50 decibel. Noise level up to 70 decibel is more or less harmless to humans, and up to 85 decibel it is tolerable. But higher levels of noise would become a health hazard to humans. The noise level would be 80 to 90 decibel from the beating of a drum, 75 to 90 decibel inside a cinema hall, 80 decibel from a mixie, 120 decibel from an exploding cracker, 130 decibel from a train, and 150 decibel from a siren. So these are intolerable sounds which we have to hear because of industrialization and urbanization. Now let us discuss what are the adverse effects of noise pollution on humans. It induces hormonal imbalances, anxiety and fright. It affects the hearing capacity and may damage eardrum causing deafness. It may induce emotional disturbances, psychological disorders, nervous breakdown, and even insanity. It disturbs sleep and causes fatigue. It increases heartbeats and raises blood pressure. It increases gastric disorders and stomach ulcers. It may also affect the functioning of brain, kidneys, and liver. It causes headache, nausea, and fatigue. It can induce abortions and physical abnormalities in young children. It encourages addiction to sleeping pills, drugs, and alcohol. At higher levels, it may kill a person, inducing heart attack or cerebral hemorrhage. Now let us discuss how to control noise pollution. Although noise pollution cannot be totally eliminated, it can be reduced and its effect can be minimized by safety precautions that we do daily. The safety precautions that we have to do are given. One is ear protective aids such as earplugs must be issued to workers in noisy factories. Walls and ceilings of factories must be insulated with sound absorbing materials. Noisy factory machines should be replaced by new ones which are fitted with silencers. For houses and office buildings in the middle of busy cities, the doors and windows should be designed properly using adequate soundproofing techniques. Noise creating operations should be conducted in enclosed spaces and not in open spaces. Vehicles producing rattling sounds should not be allowed on the road, or silencers should be fit in all vehicles. The use of horns should be prohibited in cities and towns and near hospitals, schools, etc. The use of blaring loudspeakers in thickly populated areas should be prohibited. By growing trees around factories and places of gathering, the impact of noises can be reduced. Busy bus station, railway stations, aerodromes, etc. should be always away from heavily populated areas. Next is radioactive pollution. Radioactive pollution is the type of pollution caused by radionuclides as they emit hazardous radioactive rays like X-rays, alpha rays, beta rays, and gamma rays, which are ionizing radiations capable of causing genetic mutations in living organisms. All of you know that nuclear energy can be used for constructive purposes like generation of electric power and for destructive purposes like atom bombs, nuclear explosion, etc. So let us discuss what are the causes of radioactive pollution. Some of the man-made sources or the anthropogenic sources of radioactive pollution are: one is radiotherapy. Radiotherapy is radionuclides used in treatment of diseases and diagnosis of diseases like cancer. These also constitute a source of radiation pollution because it should be properly handled, or improper handling can cause radiation pollution. Next one is nuclear tests and radioactive fallout. Nuclear explosion tests carried out by various countries pose a major radiation threat to all living organisms. They introduce a large quantity of radionuclides to the environment, which get distributed all over the earth. The radioactive dust that falls to the earth after a nuclear explosion is called radioactive fallout, and it becomes suspended up to heights of 7 to 8 kilometers above the earth's surface, and it is carried by air currents around the world. This can be very harmful to human beings. Next is nuclear reactors. The leakage of nuclear radiation from nuclear reactors contributes considerably to radiation pollution. The other is nuclear power plants. Nuclear power plants set up in various parts of the world to produce electric power can become a major radiation threat to the whole world if there is an accident. The Three Mile Island power plant leakage in USA in 1979 and the Chernobyl power plant leakage in USSR in 1986, which you will learn later, are examples for the disastrous power plant accidents which caused the death of thousands of innocent people and radiation damage to millions. Other sources are radioactive waste. The radioactive waste from nuclear reactors and power plants contain a very large number of radionuclides. The storage, transportation, and disposal of these wastes are major problems of the present nuclear industry, and they may cause widespread radiation damage. Next one is radioactive ore processing. Radionuclides from the mining and processing units of radioactive ores pollute soil, water, and air and cause extensive radiation pollution. The next source is industrial and medical research. Researchers in the industrial and medical fields use the radionuclides and produce radiation effects which damage the environment. Now let us discuss what are the hazards or the effects of radioactive pollution. Radioactive pollution can damage our body considerably. The effects of exposure to ionizing radiations from radionuclides are given. Lethal doses of radiations can cause symptoms like nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, loss of appetite, and general weakness within a few hours of exposure. Exposure to acute doses would produce symptoms of nausea, vomiting, diarrhea initially, and would cause death within a few weeks. Long-term exposure to small quantities of radiations would cause cancer in different parts of the body or leukemia. Short-term exposure to slightly large quantities of radiation can cause cancer of the breast, thyroid, lungs, or even brain. Radiations can break down enzymes, proteins, and nucleic acids and thereby cause metabolic disorders and mutations. Radiations can cause internal bleeding and blood vessel damage, which become evident as red spots all over the skin. Radiations can damage eye cells and induce cataract. Radiations can cause bone marrow depression, kidney and liver disorders, damage to reproductive organs, and gastrointestinal disorders. Radiations produce genetic effects including genetic mutations and chromosome abnormalities, which are even transmitted to the next generation. Exposure to radiation kills plant cells and destroys vegetation. Water pollution by radioactive materials destroys the aquatic organisms present in water and even kills them. Now, how can we control radiation pollution or radioactive pollution? The control measures of radiation pollution are given. High chimneys and high ventilators should be used at places where radioactive contamination is high. While working with radionuclides, gloves and masks made of protective materials should be used. Production of radioisotopes should be minimized. Another factor is extreme care should be exercised during the disposal of radioactive waste. Next factor is all safety precautions should be taken to prevent leakage of radiation from nuclear reactors and power plants. Also, we have to decrease the number of nuclear installations or nuclear power plants. Nuclear explosion tests and production of nuclear weapons should be stopped completely because a nuclear war would obviously wipe out the entire human race from the surface of the earth. So these are the preventive measures that we have to do to control radiation pollution. Thank you.